This passport bro is upset that his wife has become Americanized. And if you do not know what a passport bro is, it is a man that travels outside of the United States to find a traditional wife.
Well, it didn't take long. It only took 2 years, literally to the day, December 27th, for my Filipino wife to become fully Americanized, hate everything about me and what I provide, and decide to leave. Yeah, welcome to the post that I'm ever going to make. There's a lot to it, and I'm not going to go into it, okay? But suffice to say, after providing and going on the Disney World trip, which included the funeral for my mom, I got up to day 6, I think, on that because it all broke down at Magic Kingdom. Ironic. And I didn't post anything after that because when we got back from Orlando to St. Simons, Georgia, I was greeted with the announcement from Jayanne that she wanted a separation. And then I discovered through text that she had been discussing this with her family and making plans to also take the children. So, that's heavy, right? That's a nuke. And I'm going to go into my bunker. So I came downstairs in my nice 4-story mansion and just stayed by myself through Christmas Eve and through Christmas Day. And I missed Christmas with my children. My in-laws, my mother and my father-in-law, and Jayanne, they proceeded to open the presents without me. Presents of which, all of which I bought. Yeah, the separation is a separation. I'm lucky enough to have a big house, and the logistics of it can be met right away, but I spent Christmas utterly by myself.
Sir, that was a decision that you made. You over there being a grumpy old man that didn't get his way. You made the decision to go into your bunker as you said. You could have simply went upstairs and communicated with your wife and opened gifts with your kids. But you decided not to. So that's on you. You are not the victim in this situation. If anything, the kids are the victims. I paid for everything. And you wanted a traditional wife. So suck it up.
And it's coming up on New Year's Eve, and I'm still alone. Because there's no communication from her. Why? Because she's communicating with her parents. She has the total backing and validation of her parents, plus TikTok, all external sources of validation, and it's my position, my feelings are not relevant. She's got it figured out. She's got a plan. I'm waiting to hear what the plan is, and we'll see what happens from that point. But I'm pretty. I'm at peace with what has occurred, what could occur. I am done being Mr. Fix-It. Fix-It Felix. I'm not going to be the simp, nice guy, Fix-It Felix anymore. A relationship takes 2 people. And she made the decision for the separation. She's made the announcement and made plans with family to take our children back to the Philippines. And she's an adult. She has accountability. It's on her to come to me and explain to me what her plan is, such that it is, and what can be done about it. So, surprise, no more countdown with the great fun in Disney World. It was a fucking disaster. And, that's the truth. Social media is not about the truth, but I'm about the truth, so that's what I give you.
Man, me too.
Thanks.
Glad we on the same page. Good sir. I have no sympathy for you with a lot of these passport bros. When they're going out of the country to find love, they're really trying to go out of the country to find someone that they can control. Because when they bring these women over here, there is a huge power imbalance between them. Most of the time, there's a significant age gap. And when those women come over here, they are financially dependent on these men. So these men can dictate everything in their life. Then when these women finally start getting some agency for themselves and start really, showing their true character, these men get shocked because they think that they're dumb. He goes on to explain what Americanized mean, because a lot of people got offended by it.
My Filipino wife has been Americanized. My Americanized Filipino wife. That seems to be triggering a lot of people. Let me explain what I mean. In America, if a wife, even a girlfriend, is not happy in the relationship, all she has to say to the world on social media, and especially to the government, I'm not happy. And if she drops the word abused or anything along those lines, the American system steps in. It steps in to protect her against any allegations that she makes. And the man's side of the story is, it's all assumed. I'm an evil, controlling, patriarchal, oppressive white dude. And the narrative quickly, instantly becomes me bad, she victim. So the fight that we're having, that's still there. Okay? That's always going to hang over my head. I'm a passport bro. I brought her here. I married her here. I signed all the government forms saying that I will support her for a minimum of 10 or 1,000 years. I don't know. I don't even know what I signed.
It's 10 years,
And all you dudes out there who have been through this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Americanized means weaponization of the male-female relationship to benefit the female, because family court is not a judicial system. It's a corporation. For profit, digging into the pockets of dads, of men, because we're in a patriarchal system and men still have most of the money. Now that's exactly what's true in our relationship. She doesn't have any money. I have all the money. And it's, a relationship can go south when the woman has lost love for her man and she's just going for the bag. And if she goes for the bag, she's going to get a huge portion of that. That's what I mean by Americanized. Jayan is solidly Filipina, and that comes with a lot of stuff. And one of those things is she's going to be fiercely defensive for her family, her mom and dad. And this whole fight is hinging on the fact that I disrespected her mom and dad. Never mind that they disrespected me too. We'll get into that later. But Jayan is not Americanized in that she's materialistic or even greedy. But she senses and she knows the support that she would get if things really got ugly between us. The American system is on her side, not mine. Not
Please stop lying.
You guys
stop
know
lying.
what I'm talking about, right? Okay. That's it for now. More later.
Good sir. Please do not listen to this man lie to you. This is a white man. The system is always on his side. It was made to benefit him. Now, does he look kind of pervish for going with someone that's that much younger than him? Yeah. But this is the thing. He's talking about, I have all the money even in our relationship. We know. And it's a high likelihood that that is what you led with. Your money. If you lead with your money, you gonna get somebody that love your money. You have to support her for 10 years because you brought her here. And the government's like, if anything happened, you gonna be responsible for her. We not taking care of her. That's gonna be on you. And you said, oh, okay. And she hit the reverse Uno and was like, you gonna take care of me, but I ain't gonna be in your house. And you ain't gonna have access to my goodies no more. If you didn't want to have to take care of somebody for 10 years, you should have got you a young thing here, but you didn't want to do that. Because it didn't come with the perks that you wanted. Your children are American citizens. If you were so concerned about her possibly taking your kids back to the Philippines, you would have already went and contacted a lawyer. And they would have filed some paperwork that would have blocked her from taking them kids out of this country. So stop the cap. Jan did respond to this because she wanted to let y'all know what was really going on.
Well, it didn't take long. It only took 2 years, literally to the day, December 27th, for my Filipino wife to become fully Americanized.
I think the word Americanized has nothing to do with someone who is disrespectful, especially to your people. Let's say that your closest people. It's because He disrespected my parents, screaming, snatching some things, verbally and physically. So, what I am thinking that time, you are freely disrespecting me and abusing me. I think that's enough. You can do it. You can do it 24/7 to me. You can do it anytime. But to the point that you're gonna be disrespecting my people, especially my parents, I think that's what, draw the line. I think that's when the time that I said I want to separate. It's not because I wanted to separate just because I wanted it. I've dealt a lot with him for the last 2 years that I am here.
We got back from Orlando to St. Simons, Georgia. I was greeted with the announcement from Jayanne that she wanted a separation.
For the last 2 years, I am standing up for myself. I know it's really difficult because I have children. And I honestly doesn't want to separate with him. It's just came out to my mouth that I'm so fed up. I'm so done. It's because I'm so hurt and he's not gonna change. There's no way that he will change. All I know is if I didn't stop or I didn't make a move, it's gonna be a normal. He's gonna disrespect me. He's gonna disrespect my people. He's gonna disrespect anyone. So this is just me that, putting some boundaries.
Hate everything about me and what I provide and decide to leave.
He claims that I hated what he provides. As far as I remember, I'm always grateful for him. I'm always vocal, thanking him for my life right now. You can see my social media. I never criticizes him. It's always praising even though there's something going on inside our house. I will never speak or talk about our fights on my social media. It's because I am protecting him and I'm protecting my children. We have kids, the next 10-20 years there's gonna be social media and they might see this. I think it's really selfish for him to post for views, for attention, for sympathy. If you can go up here and talk to me and you will say to people that out of transparency, I will talk about it, but you're transparent to the public, but you are not transparent to me. Just for clarification too, half of the trip paid by his ex-wife. All of the park tickets, Universal and also Disney World, it was paid by his ex, and also the Airbnb and the grocery. I just
Wait, he got his ex-wife tricking on you? Girl. So just to give y'all a little bit of backstory, his ex-wife and him separated because she had cancer, and due to that she was unable to have children. They divorced, I believe, after 20 years of marriage because he wanted children.
just wanted to let you know too that we have a really good relationship with the ex-wife, and to be honest with you, she's really nice to my kids and she's really nice to me. She's like my closest mother here in Hawaii. I can talk to her anytime, and she's really a good person. And I remember when we were in the mainland, she told us, my parents and me, and she said that this is my gift to you. You are wondering why my parents came over, because we supposedly go back to the Philippines for 3 months, just me and the kids. It's because I am really homesick. I've been here for 2 years. He promised me that we're gonna go back to the Philippines at least once or twice a year, but that never happened. And so I kept on telling him that I need to go back. It's because we have activities, like my ate is gonna get married, my big sister, and I am the maid of honor. And also I wanted to do some christening for the kids, and also I wanted to spend Christmas with my whole family. It's been 2 years since they haven't seen Race and they haven't met Rocky, because I gave birth to Rocky here in Hawaii. And it's just really family thing. You need to go back, and it's just sad. It's because fast forward to the booking day, he already booked going back to the Philippines, and then that same day he canceled it too. It's because he said that I'm ungrateful. It's because I didn't said thank you right away. It's because at that time I got excited. It's because the ex-wife said that she's gonna come same day, the same exact day. when he booked it, he canceled it right away. And I don't have any choice. It's because I don't have money. I don't have any control about
And I discovered through
He is at very least, based on what she's saying, financially abusive. He knows if she starts making money, she's gonna leave him. He knows that his behavior is unacceptable. He also probably did not want her to go to the Philippines because he's afraid that she would not come back. So what I would suggest she does is get a job. And when you get you a job, make sure you have your own bank account that's separate from his and start stacking up. You 28. You could bounce up out on him and find you somebody that want to be with you and your kids. You young enough to do it. Don't let that man waste your good years. His good years then passed him by. That's why he over there being controlling, because he knows that you could do better.
choice. It's because I don't have money. I don't have any control about
and I discovered through text that she had been discussing this with her family and making plans to also take the children.
my ate, my big sister, is back in the Philippines. I contacted her about what's going on here. And then I told her that my mom is gonna go back same date with my papa. And she needs to book for my ate. But that didn't happen. It's because they had to rebook the ticket for them to go back to the Philippines. It's earlier because my papa supposedly go back to the Philippines on January 5th. But that didn't happen. They went back home yesterday, December 30, and they arrived at December 31. You know what's really sad is that my parents are very excited, especially my papa. He thought that it's gonna be a great trip, but it's disaster. They came here just to be disrespected. They stress na sobrang stress na mga mukha nila, alam mo yun. They're supposed to have a good time here, pero yung nakuha nila yung pambabastos. Sobrang sakit ng ulo ko kasi nakita ko yung mga mukha nila.
Girl, you gotta speak English. I
Sakit,
can't.
nakita ko talaga sa mga mukha nila na nasasaktan sila, pero wala naman silang sinasabi. Pero nakita ng dalawang mga mata ko na
I mean, y'all, I know you giving out some good information, but I don't understand a thing you said.
alam niyo, walang ginawang masama yung mga magulang ko sa kanya, pero yung bigay niya sa mga magulang ko sobrang.
He got her so stressed out, she reverted back to speaking her native language. Y'all be having to really put in the work to get that green card, putting up with all types of foolishness. Alright, so he responded to this.
Last year, they came here just.
The 5 things that I did to disrespect my Filipino in-laws. Now, I qualify Filipino because different cultures get disrespected in different ways. So don't come at me for being a racist. This is the context. Hi, Chad to Dad here. Had a horrible Disney World experience with my in-laws.
Oh, goodness gracious, sir. Come on. Show me.
And I'm just going to tell my side of it. Not my side of the story, but I'm going to say what I did to disrespect my Filipino mother and father, and as well as my sister. Number 1, I did not eat the food that they cooked. It wasn't because I didn't like it, and it wasn't because I wasn't hungry. It's because I protested. I didn't eat the food that they cooked.
So you was being ignorant.
And then number 2, when they left the food out on the table, that stayed out all day. When we came back from one of the Disney World days, I called them slobs for leaving the food out. Number 3, I clapped sarcastically when Mama finally stepped in and helped Jan by bathing the kids after a long day. I clapped loud and long and sarcastically. Number 4, I snatched the keys out of Papa's hands. He spent his morning loading the car up, getting ready to go back to Georgia, and he went to hand the keys to me, and I just snatched them out of his hand and went down to start the car. And number 5, I told Ate, you too, when she said that I was being a bad host.
Oh, because she told the truth.
All right, that's the facts. That's the truth. Those are the top 5 things that I did to disrespect my Filipino mother and father-in-law and my sister-in-law. I'm going to make things right. But it's too soon for that. And we will get to it.
You listed 4 occasions in which you disrespected her parents. Her parents came out there and cooked the dinner. And you thought at your big age of almost 60 that it would be appropriate to protest because you wasn't getting your way. You should have set your behind down and ate. Them people put in a lot of work to preparing that food to cook for you. And they're extremely disrespectful and hurtful that you would pull something like that on her parents that's visiting the States. And then you wonder why she told you she wanted a divorce. This ain't your first time doing that. Your mama should have loved you less and disciplined you more because you've been ignorant for a long time. 2, I could tell by this video that your hygiene is on the lower end of the spectrum. Because even from this video, you giving off a certain stench. 3, why would you be standing up there sarcastically clapping because her mother is helping her with her grandkids? If you had such a problem with it, why you didn't take yourself up in there and help your wife get your kids prepared for bed? 4, you sitting up there snatching keys out of her daddy's hand after he done packed up the car. Because you had to probably, drive them to the airport? You're disrespectful. And you were a horrible host to them. And you know it. But see, that's what comes with old age. And you did that to disrespect them because she probably already done told you what is expected in her culture. And you knew it. But since they over here, you felt like you could do what you want to do because that was your house. Responded to this commenter that said, "Girl, we need updates from you. We're worried for your staying in the same house as that man. He keeps posting nonsense. If possible, please get out of there."
Hey guys, I just wanted to give you an update. I am safe and the kids are safe, and I just wanted to thank all of you for your positive comments, supporting me through this process. And I just wanted to let you guys know that I am not setting up any GoFundMe or any donations. It's because I don't want to disappoint people, and part of my culture as much as possible, especially you have children, if you can work things out, just work things out. Since the day that I shared my side of the story, we have been talking, and also we came up to some resolutions and conditions that now that I am 6 weeks pregnant, I am going back to the Philippines on my 2nd trimester. I know it's not a good idea for me to go back to the Philippines because something might happen, but for me it's really important for me to go back. It's because this is also one of our problems, one of the root of our problems, that me longing to my home country and him thinking that I don't like to be in here. So we're just resolving little by little. I just wanted to clarify too that I am not getting any allowance and I don't have credit card. So everything that I am purchasing, I have to ask permission, and this needs to be discussed. So if you want something, we're gonna discuss it. This is how our marriage works. Honestly, I'm not the typical Filipina that's sending money to support my family back home, and I cannot send any money because I don't have it, first of all. And also, my family have a business in Manila. We have businesses there. Our parents send us to a nice school growing up, so basically we have the money growing up. And I honestly have to say this, that I have eaten really great restaurants back home than here because it's really expensive here. Anyway, just wanted to say thank you everybody.
Let me go ahead and help y'all along the way about what's gonna happen in this particular situation. She about to have that next baby here. I give this relationship 3 more years, because that is not a good situation, ma'am. As soon as you are able to work, start working and start getting your own money. The men and women that bring you here can abuse you. There's no way that she should be having to constantly ask her husband for money and constantly have to seek his permission. So this clown say, I don't want power, I want accountability. Sir, that is not your child. That is your wife.
Our marriage works.
Everybody, Chad the Dad here, coming at you with some more rage bait, which I just simply call the truth in reality. And I'm happy today because I get to spend some time with my son as I do a little remodeling in my basement that I've been hanging out. Now, I saw my wife post on TikTok yesterday, I think it was, that she has to have permission to get money. Yeah, actually, that's true. And when I thought about it, I realized that was pretty embarrassing. It's not like I spend a lot of money on myself. I don't go drinking with the boys or golfing or play video games, stuff like that. See, my philosophy is the money that I earn is the family's money. There's no mine and all that. But, you know, what she said was pretty triggering. So I want to tell you something. I've come up with a plan. And the plan is for Jan to earn the money that she wants. And how are we going to do that? She started a business. She started a business as a landlord. That way, she can file taxes and contribute to Social Security. She needs to do that anyway to become a U.S. citizen and learn responsibility with money. Landlords have a lot of responsibility. They have a lot of overhead, right? The construction that I'm doing down here, she's going to have to pay for that out of the first couple, 3, 4, 6 months of the rent. And any maintenance and support that I give her, she got to pay me like a handyman. And learn responsibility with money by running a business, profit, loss, everything else. Yeah, early on.
Run. Jan, run. No, he didn't.
Early on in our marriage, after about a year, I just stopped giving her money because I was getting pissed off at the waste, right? And another thing is, I don't feel like a wife should get paid to be a mom, right? You're both contributing to the family with your sweat equity. I do sweat equity as well as cash. And a mom taking care of kids, being a stay-at-home mom, that's her investment in the family. I don't think you should get paid to be a mom. So I don't know if this will work, but I think I found a way for Jan to generate the income that she wants, contribute to her citizenship, and earn the money that she has so that she can be more responsible for it. And stop saying that she needs permission from me to spend money or to get money. Thanks. Bye.
When you have your next baby, you need to lead this man. The first couple of checks gonna come to you because of the renovation that you're doing in your basement. You gotta be so freaking for real. This type of man does not want the responsibility that comes with a traditional wife. You are not only providing for your lifestyle, you're providing for hers. And when you brought her here, you knew that she could not work. You decided that that is what you wanted to do. And not only that, you dang near keeping this girl barefoot and pregnant. So you're going to have to come out of your pocket to provide her with a good lifestyle. If she was already getting her nails done, hair, whatever, before she got with you, and you decide that you want her to be a stay-at-home mom, you got to be prepared to pay for the upkeep. If you take this woman from her home where her parents or whatever was doing this for her, you need to be prepared to do that for her when she comes to the state. And if you cannot afford it, you need to leave her where she at. And I would say vice versa to these women that's bringing these men over here as well. I'm going to let her be a landlord so she can learn some type of responsibility like you're dealing with a child. This is a 28-year-old woman. She done already told you. She said, I come from a good family. My family owns some businesses. We're middle class. We went to good schools. So she already knows how to deal with money. Jan, you might want to just go ahead, tell your papa to send you some money so you can get on your feet and get into a career that you can provide for yourself and your kids and leave this man where he is at. That's why he can't mess with nobody here. That's why he went for overseas, because the women here and the women his age don't want to mess with him no more. He's stuck in his ways. If you're the type of mentality he has, you're not going to be able to work through.